Afternoon, guys. Hope you're well. Game process as ever. Mics on either side. We'll set an embargo towards the end for 10:30 on Saturday evening. Start with Simon, please.
Hi, Pep. Hope you're okay. Could you just update us on the fitness of Erling, Haaland, Jeremy Doku and Kevin De Bruyne, please?
Well, Happy New Year for everyone. I wish you all the best, honestly. You deserve it. They are already the last 2-3 training sessions training with us. So Jeremy feels really, really good. Kevin as well. Of course, Kevin was a long time, so the physical condition needs time. So you have to be patient and exactly give the right minutes for him, for Jeremy as well, of course. And Erling, yeah, also a little bit better as a bone, so that's why I had to be a little bit more carefully. But the 2 training sessions, 2-3 have done. The day after feels good, so they are improving. So hopefully, I don't know for Sunday, but for Newcastle, but for the rest we'll be ready.
Is this a little bit of a strange period for you? Almost since you've been at Manchester City, you've played games every 3 days, big matches all the time. And now you're coming to a month where you've only got 3 matches and it seems as though everything's spread out and you're going to be able to work with your players.
Yeah, but it's fine. So I think the Premier League took a great decision. So to make intense in Boxing Days, in Christmas time, like always have been, but that's in January, make a break for the teams. Especially playing Europe competitions helps a lot to wrap February a little bit fresh mentally. So yeah, it's what it is. So in the past was more games. We did it. We won a lot even with the tough period. But it's good now to have, of course, FA Cup or to try to retain the title or arrive as far as possible. And after have a really important game in Newcastle, and after have 2 weeks to refresh, especially our minds.
I don't know how much you know of Darren Moore, but you made reference to his team and their comeback when he was at Sheffield Wednesday and they came back from 4-0 down. I guess that is a reminder that anything can happen in football.
Yeah, it was nice to see him that time. It's nice to see him again there. So we had a good chat in that moment. So happy to see him again on Sunday.
Hi, Pep. As Simon was saying, you have now 3 games in January. Is it going to feel different to be able to?
Potential 4, yeah.
Yeah, potential 4. Is it going to be different to be able to be actually a manager on the pitch, training your players?
Yeah, absolutely. We have more time to training, to remember things that you cannot do. Yeah, normally you have to try to do things that we don't have time to do in the busy schedule. But at the same time, don't lose what we're doing every single day.
Is there any urgent aspects that you want to correct or improve?
Yeah, always there are things you have to improve, but just remember. Because for the new ones, maybe it's a little bit more difficult, but in general, 8 years together, so it just refresh concepts that maybe we forgot. Why? Because we don't have time to train. We have this week, the week for Newcastle as well, and especially in Abu Dhabi, you have time to continue training, and especially Kevin and Jeremy and the other ones will be good to finish his physical condition.
In terms of the market, are you happy with the squad you
always
have?
Always I have been.
Yeah. Hi, Pep. Just going back to the team news, just wondering if you could update on Jon Stones at all. How is he doing?
He's not training with us. He's getting better, but he's not training with us.
Did you expect him to be out for a little while and
a
few more weeks?
I don't know.
And one player coming in, Claudio Echeverri. Can you say a few words on what a prospect he is?
The club didn't inform me anything about that. No news.
Hi, Pep. Obviously, it being January, still going to talk about transfers a lot. So I just wondering about Calvin Phillips. Obviously, you talked about him a lot recently, but do you expect him to leave during this window?
I don't know. Only I said that was the last 5 days sick. So he could not train the last 5 days, only I can say. So the rest of the transfer market, I said many times, so I don't know. Chicky is there, so what's going to happen is going to happen. I'm not going to anticipate anything here because I don't know the desires of the players. Some of them I know them, but the other ones don't know, so I don't know.
Is he okay?
Sorry?
Is he okay?
Who?
He's been sick.
He's sick. Calvin. It's a congestion or a fever, and we have few, unfortunately.
But do you expect him to be the only player to leave this window?
I'm saying I don't know. I don't talk about transfer window here. So I don't know the players. We're going to sign 10 players. We're going to get rid of 10 players, leave 10 players. So I don't know. Apparently, like happened in the past, we start the season the same players and finish with the same players. Maybe one, but I'm not. I don't think it's going to happen. But you never know.
I bet. In the past, Championship football or lower league football in England has been about being physical and lots of long balls. Now you've got Championship teams that like to play out from the back. There are League Two teams who play with fullbacks in midfield, like you tried to do last season. When you analyse games, whether it's Huddersfield or these lower league teams, do you see your ideas in different teams throughout the pyramid?
I don't have time to see other teams.
But you must
but
see.
Always, I believe that the teams play what the manager believes. First, the players that they have adapt absolutely, but after so one team play high pressing is because the manager believe in that. Team play long balls because the manager believe in that. So this is the most important thing. But I don't know. I don't know because I don't have time to watch it. A little bit Leicester because first played the last game against Huddersfield, and because Enzo is there, and I'm curious always and happy how incredible he's doing. But the rest, I don't have time.
Because it's obviously easy to see your influence here, but lots of the managers you've just spoken about there, it's their choice, will reference you and say that it's you that's changed the way that English football is played now.
I don't know. It would be so uncomfortable for myself to talk about myself about that. So I don't know that, honestly. I said many times when I arrive here, is try to do my game, play the way I like to, watch to play. This is the only thing. The rest, you think everyone copy and paste, and for other managers from little details, me included, the first. So honestly, I don't know. I don't know what is the influence.
Hi Pep. Obviously with Kevin coming back and it's been a serious injury, do you think he'll have to play in a different way? Do you think his game will change? Do you have to ask him to do slightly different things when he comes back?
I understand what the intention of the question for the injured, but I would love to play the way he played the last 8 years with me. I would love it. So I think he's not going to change. His quality is there, his potential, but of course he's an injury, a big one, and what I'm concerned the most is the fact that try to avoid it, to be reincident in this injury. This is what to be careful for the minutes in the first, because enthusiasm in the first minute is, wow, I want to play and play today, but I have to be careful just on that. I have to speak with him especially, but not especially with him, but especially with the physios, doctors, and the guys who knows exactly what is the best process and the minutes exactly, and what Kevin needs, or every player for a long injuries, is accumulate weeks training sessions, weeks and weeks and weeks, and minutes, weeks and minutes. Not make setbacks. That will be the worst from Kevin or Jeremy or Erling that have been. That is the most important. If he can train 4, 5, 6 training sessions in a row, play minutes in a game, and after 4, 5 more training sessions, minutes again. One day 90 minutes, another day 50, and training good in Abu Dhabi. That is the best can happen right now from Kevin.
What's the risk with an injury like this? Because I think we know after a knee injury, players are training, they might get muscle injuries after that. So when it's a muscle injury that you need surgery on, what are the types of risks?
Have to be strong, the muscle, and flexible, and that's why we have athletic people and physios to try to handle it. I'm not a doctor or physio, so I don't know, but I guess. So it's a question of accumulate timing of training session. This is the most important thing than play 90 minutes and 80 minutes and 90 minutes. If we do that right now, he's going to get injured again. So it has to be even his feeling, how he feels, how he recover for a big action, how he recover. So it's a long time. Didn't make a pre-season, 3 months. he's so fresh, he's so having crowd desire, but in the other point, you have to be careful.
You mentioned before when you were talking about the illness that there might be a few players that have been unwell this week. Is that quite a lot of the squad?
4 players are problems, yeah.
You
Rodri, unfortunately, his grandmom passed away yesterday, who is in Madrid, so today and tomorrow will not be here. And Bernardo and Scotty and Calvin and Mateus Nunes are, like many people, I think, in this time is suffering.
Will you give Rodri as long as he needs then to be at home?
Family issues are the most important thing. So hopefully he can back for the game, but if he needs to stay. So family is the most important thing.
Last couple of guys to do, Paul and Mike.
Hi Pep. You said on Saturday that Jack Grealish had been severely impacted by what happened at his home. How has he been this week? You seen him a bit brighter, or is he still kind of?
Yeah, he's much better, of course. He communicated a lot his feelings, and it's time to fix, to don't happen again. And the burglars have to know no more jewelry at home, so it's not necessary to come back again. Joke aside, so it's it's fixing, to try to avoid happen again.
What can you do as a club to kind of support him mentally?
Of course, we have here incredible people. Barry, our chief security, is an incredible person, and he's handling with him, his family, his girlfriend. His impact, because it's normal. So when you are at home and the people being inside come inside, you are scared. So it's normal. Try to be relaxed and try to to make the perfect environment to don't happen again.
Can I ask, with that, of all players, have the club spoken to all the players about security at their homes?
I think they know it. Yeah.
They have. They've spoken to them, and that the security will increase for them from now.
Sometime last season, I think the club Barry and the people make a statement, a meeting with the players, with all of us, and said, "Oh, this is a reality, and you have to be careful. You have to prepare and surveillance, or when you live in an apartment, maybe here is easier, but in the countryside or in a way with the big houses, so they have to today, but not just in UK. So it happened in Spain, like a reality I know, in Catalonia, a reality I know, but I think in Italy and everywhere. So today is a fact."
The embargo for 10:30 on Saturday evening. Start with Jamie.